Hi, good morning, friends. Happy Friday. So, I have been lagging on my YouTubes, and I'm sorry. Um, they're going to be a lot more regular, so stay tuned for that. And I just wanted to come on here and kind of just talk about why I do what I do and who I became because of it. It's all this stuff. So, wow. Um, my journey has been a lot. So I went to occupational therapy school in 2019 to 2021. I received my master's, I graduated, and ever since when I graduated, I was being hit with a lot of resistance, more so than usual. I have not had a quote unquote easy life, if you want to say that. Like, I don't have everything given to me. I had to work very hard for what I have, and I was the only one in my family that actually got their masters, and me and my brother were the only ones in our family that went to college. Besides my mom, she went later. My dad just never finished, so it was a lot of accomplishments that we did as my parents put a lot into me, my brother, and we are the people we are today because of all this stuff. And I believe he hasn't had an easy life either. And so we all haven't. So the universe kind of just was like, surrender. I have your back. There's so much that you don't know that's coming for you. And what I feel like, we had to go through a lot of these like um, obstacles as younger individuals rather than we're met with it when we're trying to retire or stuff like that. So I'm actually grateful. But going back to my story, I did not pass my occupational therapy boards. I was always a point away, a question away, however you want to word it. You got to make I think it was 450. I made 449, 447, 444. Like, so I was like, okay, there's something here. There's a block. Why? Why is there some block? So I had to really go within. Okay. I was in a very, very deep depression. I kept comparing myself, like, well, I'm such a good OT. Like, why did this person pass and I did? Blah, blah, blah. So it's not about that. It doesn't matter. Everyone has their own path. You can't compare Doris over here and Lenny, like, they're two different people and they have two different life paths. So even with friends, the universe was like, I'm not done with you yet. Um, I know you're in this transformative state and you feel like everything is really not working out for you. But I'm going to remove some friends too. I'm like, oh, cool. Um, so really, I don't keep in touch with a lot of people from high school. Um, like, I had really two really good best friends at the time, and we don't even talk anymore. It's just crazy how life goes on. But I surrender to the universe, my angels, my guides, God, Holy Spirit, Mary, Jesus, Joseph, whoever you call to, um, and they have a plan. So fast forward to a couple months into my depression, and I went to Italy with my parents. Saved my life. The best time in my life. I was able to get away from everything, get away from studying, get away from just anything that I knew. I came back. My mom was redoing her Reiki course. And she's like, so do you want to do it with me? It's at Heart, Soul, and Art. Sharon's going to be in it. Would you like to? I was like, yeah, let me do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. That, the universe, thank God for my mom, this course, Reiki, everything changed my life. I had so many cords I needed to be cut, so much that I just needed to wash away. That's the past. That's the past. Relationships were healed. I wasn't talking to my brother and my sister-in-law at the time. And the universe is like, hold on, I got you. And now I talk to them mostly like every day. They really showed me who I was, who I could count on, who my people are. And I've always been very intuitive. I've always been told that. Yes, my mom's very intuitive. My grandmother was very intuitive. She just suffered from a lot of mental health issues where sometimes her intuition was on point, but then some of it's like, okay, grandma, because she suffered a lot of trauma as a kid. So it's like if she didn't, she'd be a whole different person. But that was her life path, and she had to be that person for my mom, my uncles to grow, even myself to grow. And now she's one of my spirit guides, and she comes to me every day. I'm like, "What's up, Vera?" She's crazy. I love her. And so I was able to really, I realized with Reiki, everything came easy. And I realized with helping people, because I always wanted to help people. And I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be helping people. I'm supposed to be helping kids. I'm supposed to be, molding their beautiful little minds. And I love kids. And so that really took such a toll, and I had to grow. But I'm like, okay, I've learned so much stuff. I still got my master's in occupational therapy. I'm just meant to work in a different vibrational level than that and help more people on a broader spectrum rather than pinpoint, are you doing your ADLs? What are your sensory needs? How are you doing in your environment? Are you being stimulated enough? Are you overstimulated? All of that, but that plays into my life. So I use that even with clients right now. I'm still able to use occupational therapy, and it's incredible. But I was shown more of my gifts in this period. Like, the universe really does knock you on your ass so you can see who you really are and see what you are supposed to be on your path and everything. So even during this time, it was right when my grandmother died. I was on a bachelorette trip, and I went the day before, and I was in the hotel with one of my friends, and Channeling Eric is a huge podcast, YouTube organization community. And Eric is an individual. He has passed away. He took his own life, but now he comes and he helps us. And I'm fortunate enough, he is one of my guides. And so his mom, Elisa, and Ginger were doing, they have a cocktail hour, and they were doing this Ask Eric. My mom was like, "Hi, I'm Marie from Kennesaw. Does my mother have any messages for me and my daughter, Nicole?" She goes, "You guys are on your right path. Just surrender, and anything that you think is not working out, it will work out for the best." And we're like, okay. So I left the hotel. Probably 20 minutes later, I pass a street called Vera's Way. They were just building it. There was no buildings on Vera's Way. And I was like, okay. So like all these little signs and stuff were coming to me, and I was like, this is crazy. And I've always been able to like communicate with spirits in a different level. I just didn't know how to do it, I guess. So I was fortunate enough to do my mediumship with Ginger Bailey, who I found on Ask Eric and all this stuff. But fast forward before, because how I got into Eric, my mom really loved this and showed me this community. And Atlanta Scalar is some scalar energy services that his mom does that we have had, and it really does help. It's kind of like a Reiki, but like energy work is just incredible. So if you don't know what that is, you should go check it out. But I would, so you're able to ask Eric on the Medium's websites, and I was drawn before I met Ginger, who was my medium mentor. Denise, who's also one of my mentors, really, really kind of helped me and was like really could see my struggle and told me about how she really wanted something and the universe put something else in her life and then she was able to attain it. So she was like, Eric still sees you passing this test, all this stuff, but I don't know what's going on. So every time I would ask, she's like, you passed, you passed. And so she was really confused because she was like, I'm seeing you passed. And everyone kept saying, I see you pass. There was so much emotional, um, yucky murkiness in my head that I didn't think I was good enough. I doubted myself. I was very negative towards only myself. And that really, like, your thoughts really create your reality. I was like, I'm not going to pass. I didn't pass. I'm like, oh my God, I missed this question. Oh my God, oh my God. And then, like, it would just spiral. And a lot of this came from because right before I started my occupational therapy school, my best friend Jordan passed away in a car accident. So that was so emotionally, like, stunning. Like, I think I was in shock for 5 years. This is probably, it'll be 6 years in January. This is probably the first year where I'm finally myself. My personality is getting back. I feel like I am where I'm supposed to be. I could give two shits about, you know, what anybody else is doing that I wasn't friends with anymore because, like, honestly, universe is like, this is your plan. This is your path, and surrender, and the people that don't get it are going to be thrown out of your life, and the people that do get it are going to stay. And so I truly believed that, and I truly still do believe that. I am fortunate to have a couple good friends that have been with me through this crazy whirlwind of a journey, but needless to say, it's been a year. I started my own business. I'm a psychic medium. I'm very intuitive. I'm a Reiki master. I am able to physically see spirits. I'm very clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, cognizance. I'm all the clairs. So it's just cool that I was like, I feel like I put this on hold because it was always like, okay, I got my undergrad. I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was going to PA school because I was like, I want to work with kids. I need to help people. The universe is like, no, I got you. I got you. And I have been able to help people in ways I didn't even think I could help them before. Just from a emotional, physical, and mental standpoint, one, Reiki gets deep into stuff. So, like, there was stuff that I had a cord cut. I even cord cut on people. I'm like, look, you were being very resistant to this, this, and this. People are like, oh my gosh. And my business has been like very flourishing and stuff like that. There's just been a lot of change and a lot of adaptability that I've had to go through. And I'm very, they're showing me a picture of like me with balloons, like, yeah, but it's like, I'm there. I'm finally there. I'm finally on the other side. I'm finally able to help people that were once in my spot. And I'm like, look, it's not the end. Yes, you can feel like everything is taken away from you. You can feel like, well, why did I go through all this when, like, why did the universe take me through this if it wasn't going to work out? Well, it's working out in a different way where you didn't even think it was possible, where you didn't think that you were this strong, independent, beautiful light of amazingness that you really need to wake up and walk into your own footsteps. Because a lot of the times social media really puts a negative perspective on humans, women, males, relationships, everything. Like, do not, because TikTok said something, don't think it's true. Because somebody looks like that, oh, you have to look like that. No, be your authentic self, who you were supposed to be, and watch as things continuously flow to you, flow to you, flow to you. That's what I've learned. When I just stepped into my power and stepped into who I was, there's nothing I can't do. There's nothing that I can't achieve. You just have to let go and trust that, you know what? The universe has my back. My angels have my back. My guides have my back. God has my back. And this is just the beginning, because so much is coming. I wish I could show like what I'm predicting for 2025. I wish you could see. Yes, everyone's kind of in like this, the election. Oh, I don't know. No, you know what? Like, let's hold. What does that physically have on you? You know, like, you think, is Trump or Camilla picking you up by your clothes and going, oh, the election? No, they're not. So, like, drop it, move on, and let's see what we can do to better ourselves today, better humankind, better this community. Just be kind. Just be kind. We're humans first.